Hey everyone, Pun here, a pun hound who likes to play gacha games. Looking for someone that plays a lot of gacha? I got you covered. And today we are going to be doing Anchor's Bond Story. That's right, Anchor's Bond Story. Anchor got announced as finally becoming an SSR, so I figured, hey, I don't know her Bond Story, so let's check into it. Now, don't worry about these checks here. I just pretty much cleared them for the gems. I kind of want to make it so when we go through it, we don't have any interruptions. Because I just wanted to make it so we just go through it. I have not been spoiled about anything about this thing. I don't know anything about her. I am completely in the dark. So we'll check it out. Apologies, I had to take a drink of water. Before I begin, this was streamed live on Twitch. On twitch.tv, pun_ne. I stream there Wednesdays, almost said Mondays, Wednesdays through Saturdays. So if you like, just come on by. Schedules are link should be in the description. In the description of the video. Anyway, or below, I guess. But anyway, with that out of the way, we're gonna start with the first episode. The first episode. I like them because. Knock knock. Come in. Zing. Sorry to bother you, subordinate. But are you busy? Not as much as I've been for the last few days. I see. That's good to hear. In fact, I came here today to ask you for a favor. As the leader of H's squad, it pains me to admit that in front of you. To display such weakness is enough to make me want to cover my face in shame. But I see no other way out of this situation. What is it? I would like you to confiscate Anchor's marine life collection. Come again? Don't look at me like that. It's not because of any personal aversion I have towards them. I wouldn't ask you for help if that was the reason. Then what is the reason? A few days ago, we received a warning from the Wildlife Agency. According to the law, all animals and plants must be overseen by the Management Bureau. That includes marine life. Anchor collects them on her own time and has amassed something of a private collection. They have always turned a blind eye to it for Deputy Chief Birmingham's sake. However, at the recent party aboard the ship, a high-ranking VIP slipped on one of Anchor's starfish and took quite the tumble. I know it sounds ridiculous, but due to the incident, a complaint was filed with the Wildlife Agency. And now they are saying they can't overlook it anymore either. Can you come up with some kind of excuse? I tried. But the Bureau is already allowing the Asia Squad to keep a living organism. Mass's parrot. Precisely. With Morgan, we are at least able to argue that he can feasibly assist us during missions. With Anchor's marine life, however, we can't make any such arguments. I explained the situation to Anchor yesterday, and requested that she hand over her collection to the Bureau. Ever since then, she's been avoiding me. As you know, Anchor has a high-performance radar installed inside her body. If she wants to avoid someone, she can do in so perpetuity. And that's where I come in the picture, I assume. Correct. I've exhausted all my options, and I have nowhere else to turn. I apologize gravely for this. I feel as if I'm shirking my responsibilities and passing them on to you. No, it's a good thing you came to me the SC, actually. Why is that? You're Anchor's superior, and I'm your superior. That makes the entire incident my responsibility as well. Very well. I appreciate you helping me out. I've rarely operated under someone else's command. It's oddly comforting in a way. Don't mention it. Do you have any idea where Anchor is right now? If I were to guess, I'd say she might be swimming pool where the Admiral is stationed. I would accompany you, but I doubt I could be any of assistance. I'll remain on standby. Please get her to listen to reason, subordinate. You see that starfish? 7 o'clock, direction, 55 meters out. It's the captain. What do you think brings him here? He must be colluding with Helm. Just in case, you guys better stay tucked away. We might need to be a swift retreat. Anchor, what are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? I'm storing all my marine animals inside the box. I can't. I see. Can I help? Sure. Anchor shovels to the side to make some space. Here, put on these gloves. It's fine for me, but you're a human. You shouldn't be touching these guys with your bare hands. Some of them may be venomous. Thanks. The two of us continue to place more marine animals in the box without exchanging a word. Where'd you get all these? Different places. Some of them I picked up during the mission and brought them back. Others were given to me by my friends. And some I had to scavenger fetch for me. That's how I got this guy. Wanna touch him? Anchor holds up an innocent, innocuous looking starfish. Touch it. Touch. Squish. It's super squishy and slippery. Yeah. Not at all. Not all starfish are like that. But this one is especially malleable. So I like it more. That's why I'm a big fan of sea cucumbers and sea squirts. What is about soft things that you enjoy? I'm not so sure. I've never really sat down and thought about it. I get it. Maybe because being machine, I myself have a pretty hard exterior. That's an interesting take. I'm actually confused as how he got to that conclusion. But, alright, well this is interesting. Alright, well let's continue. Starfish and a machine's hearts. Sorry, but I don't think I quite understand. Which part isn't clear to you? How can you use the word hard to describe yourself when you're nothing but? You make yourself sound like cold, unfeeling robot, but you're incredibly human in a lot of ways. I like to. I take the starfish Anchor gave me and stick it on her face. Hey! Hey! I'm gonna take a picture of that later. Hey! I'm all about starfish, but this doesn't make me want to cozy up to one. I removed the starfish from her Anchor's face. See, that was a very human reaction. How so? The fact that you don't want a starfish affixed to your face. Oh, is that right? Still, I don't have the same feeling and sensation as humans. Let me ask you something, Captain. Of all the parts of the body, which would you say is the one that makes people the most human? I suppose a heart? Exactly. My heart has been replaced with a mechanical core. One comprised of rigid metal and cumbersome wires. This little guy, on the other hand, are so soft and squishy. Their whole bodies are slick and shiny. That's what I like about them. They're alive. So swapping them out for a model wouldn't be to your satisfaction, I presume? Definitely not. Then what are we going to do about the Bureau breathing down our necks? I don't know. I've been making myself scarce for the time being, but I think I've just about reached the end of the line. Uh-oh. 1 o'clock, 580 meters out. A probable employee from the Wildlife Agency detected. Could you put that starfish inside the box, Captain? I think I've got to hightail it out of here. Captain? I can't do that. Why not? Because I'm going to carry the entire box. What are you talking about? I'm coming with you. And while I'm at it, I'm going to try to convince you. When you say convince, do you mean persuade me to give up all this marine animals to the Bureau? If worst comes to worst, yes. You said worst comes to worst. So does that mean you're considering other options? Is that right? I reassuringly squeeze Anchor's shoulder. That's exactly what I'm doing. Soon after, we somehow succeeded in shaking off the agency's employee. Now, where do we go, Captain? You're the one who decided to run. But you said you'd try and come up with a better option. I thought by running we'd open up a dialogue to discuss the options. Naturally, I figured you'd be the one leading the discussion and figuring out our next course of action. I see. I'm at a bit of a loss. Find substitute for the. Let's look for something. Let's look for some who will be better able to change your mind. Change what? The fact that I have an affinity for living things? Exactly. I'm not sure about that. Sounds kind of illogical to me. How can you change what someone does and doesn't like through words alone? We won't know for sure unless we try. I'm still not entirely sure how you think this is gonna pan out, but if you guys really want to, I'll go with it. I still have my doubts, but I have faith in the path you choose, Captain. Aww, I like this! This is so wholesome. I love this. It's very nice and wholesome. But anyway, let's continue with the next one. Memories and dolls. Alright. Oh, hey there, old-timer. Who's your friend? This is Anchor from the Asia Squad. Why? She's a big fan of marine life. Marine life? You mean like those slippers we've got that look like mackerels? Close enough. Tap, tap. I put down the box full of various critters on top of the counter. Wow, would you look at that? Starfish, sea cucumbers, and what's this one? A sea skirt. Anchor holds up the sea skirt. Wow, you're just holding it up like that? Why are you flinching, Mika? Sorry, I can't stand things that are squishy. That's perfect. That means they'll be even more effective if I use them in a prank. I closed the lid on the box. Aw, why'd you close it? I was having fun looking at those. Do you have anything that could conceivably replace these? You have something. Since they are most likely a small and slippery variety, how about some slime? I'll bring some out. Rustle, rustle. Mika brings out various colors of slime from the corner of the store. What do you think? Let's have a feel. Anchor dips her hand into the rainbow-colored slime and squeezes around for a while. No good. The feeling is similar, but it's not moist enough. And it doesn't move on its own. I could show you a few toys that do move. Could you please? Rustle, rustle. Mika brings out a cat toy in display. Try this one for size. It's all rage lately. Anchor moves around. Moves around regarding the toy, touching it here and there. All the while, the cat toy briskly bustles around, moving in its hands. I don't think this will cut the mustard either. The speed at which it's moving its hands is too constant, too robotic. Not to mention that it's hard to the touch. Is that a bad thing? I explain the situation to Bellora and Mika. I see. I don't think I can quite follow. Anchor, why is it that you feel only things that are soft can be living? Are you telling me that that's not the case? Of course not. Maybe humans and animals are totally gaga for toys. And all that you said about how unyielding our cores are. That may be, but I've never felt less alive than anything else. Yeah. Plus, what we do now is no different than what we did when we were humans. Exactly. I still pull plenty of practical jokes, and you still fall for every single one of them. Ah, don't remind me. I think I see your point. You two still have memories and when you were humans. But I don't. Huh? You don't? Wait, what? At all? Not one? Not even a little? Nada. Not even a tiny sliver. How is that even possible? Actually, most NIKKEs are in Anchor's position. Yeah. Geez, now I feel bad. Aw. Me too. Sorry to bring it up so philanthropy. Huh? I'm fine. Even if I did have my memories, it's not a guarantee that they'd be pleasant ones. That's true. But the reason you may be so down on yourself could it be due with a past memory? What do you mean? Take NIKKE and I, for example. We were always together when we were humans. And that stayed the same when we became NIKKEs. So the fact that you don't feel as if you're a human shouldn't have anything to do with your core or anything like that. After all, we don't feel that way. Then again, for you, it was a bit more abrupt. True, for you, you must have just woke up one day and bam, you were encased inside a mechanical body. I can only imagine how unsettling that would be. Heck, if that happened to me, I'm sure I end up relying on squishy marine life too. So, what exactly are you two saying? Is that Anchor's lack of memories has caused her to feel sort of alienation from herself. I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not sure about the fancy terms like that. All I'm saying is that we don't have anything to replace these squishy marine animals with. I'm sorry that we couldn't be more help to you. What do we do now, Captain? NIKKE and Bellotta seem to believe that the key to changing Anchor's mindset lies within her memories. But it's reclaiming her memories going to be a good thing for her? What do you want to do? Me? In fact, as long as I don't have to be separate from these little guys, I don't care what we do. Okay. Beep. Subordinate. How's it going to get her to give up the marine animals? Not so good. I figured as much. I knew it would be tough, but I didn't realize it would eat up this much of your time. How are things on your end? I'm trying to come up with an alternative solution as well. I've been trying to appeal the Bureau and get them to compromise. Just a moment ago, I went to the head office. At Elsion? They're the ones who manufacture us. So I went to see if there were any way they could lend us assistance. Unfortunately, all I got was a stern lecture. How it was morally questionable for a corporate entity like Elsion to involve themselves in affairs of an independent body like a bureau. But I think I know where we can turn to. Huh? What do you mean? What is it, Captain? I know where we can go. Oh! Wait, are we going to talk to Ingrid? Huh. Alright, I'm interested. Alright, how is Ingrid going to help us here? I'm actually interested. I really like this one. So Anchor is one of the... Was she mass-produced at first, then? Huh. Guess we'll find out with Towards Deep Water. At the Alcyon headquarters. I recount the entire story to Ingrid. So you want me to help you retrieve Anchor's memories? Precisely. I wanted to know if performing such a procedure would pose a risk. I'll be frank with you. Unlocking a NIKKE's memory can go either way. You're either opening a treasure chest or opening Pandora's box. Even if the possibility skews towards the former, the mere possibility of the latter is why I steer clear of the procedure. What makes it so dangerous? In her current state, Anchor isn't stable. You said she experiencing a short of self-alienation, right? You are a graduate of Middle Academy, so you should know. This isn't often one of the onsets of a mind switch. Oh. Wait, what? To bring the past into the equation as such a sensitive trajectory would be like waving a flaming torch around a powder keg. Boss, you're right in that I view myself as negative light. And it's also true that I'm partial to sea creatures that are soft, but I hardly think that compelling enough to evidence that I'm on the brink of a mind switch. Since you brought up evidence, do you have any to back up that statement? The captains regularly administered mental wellness tests. If I were to ever fail a single one, I would have been sent straight to the repair center. Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, because of the sessions. And yet, here I am. I'm still on active duty. Alright. Those mental wellness tests are highly regarded amongst the big three, though there is no doubt as to their effectiveness. Fine. I'll entrust this to you and Anchor. If you're convinced that recovering your memory is integral to solving this issue, then I'll do whatever I can to help. But I recommend that you think twice before going through with it. I want to bring her back. I don't want to put her at risk, but one. I want to bring Anchor's memory. I'll do 2 and see what happens. I don't want to put Anchor at risk. Got it. That's a wise decision. It doesn't, however, alter the fact that we're walking a tightrope here. And Anchor will continue to harbor these feelings of alienation, and will never know if or when she'll undergo a mind switch. That is a possibility, yes. So if all possible, I'd like to attempt to recover at least a sliver of her memories. At least the point where she can feel that she's a living being. Very well. I agree to go along with whatever you and Anchor decided. So, we'll proceed with recovering her memory. However, all of her memories, which were stored on the conscious level, have been erased. If we want to reclaim any of her past memories, we'll have to stimulate the memories and store deep down. On a subconscious level? Yes. Typically, NIKKE's memories are erased from their entirety during the manufacturing process. But there have been reported cases of a NIKKE recalling past events when they find themselves in a situation similar to the extent of their memories. Sounds complicated. Can't you just simply recount my own past or whatever parts you remember back to me? No, that would be far too risky. The memory recounted orally would only further alienate you from yourself. Far from helping you, it would actively harm you by doing that. Stimulating your subconscious memory is the safest option. So, what's the next step? Anchor and I both turned to look at Ingrid. I looked up Anchor's past records. Be back in a moment. A while later, Ingrid returned to the tablet. I found a memory that might prove pleasant to restore. First, let's change the location. I'll go right back at the pool. In the past, you had a deep connection with water. Now, before we start, where is the deepest part of the pool? Where were the admin stations? Docking at the battleship of the size requires at least 20 meters of depth. Dang, that's really deep. That it is. So humans usually don't go swimming in that end. But it's no problem to go with me, Master Helm. This built-in radar I've got emits a beep anytime someone is drowning. That's why I can rush over and save them. Pretty handy. I gave Anchor a smile. It sure is. A moment later, at the docking area of the Admiral. Alright, we're here. Now, jump in. To prove better stimulation for your brain, it might be better if you do so from the greater height. So I got to dive? Yes. It looks steeper when you stare down directly. If you're having any misgivings, now is your last chance to bow out. I personally don't recommend you go through with it. Are you gonna be okay, Anchor? I'll be fine. In theory, I can stay underwater indefinitely. So as long as no damage to my brain is incurred. How long until that happens? About 10 minutes. Then the water's awful deep though. What if you get turned around down there? That won't be an issue. Not as long as I got my trusty radar. This will help me find my way no matter where I am. Alright, you sound confident. Oh. And one more thing. Thud. Anchor hands me the box full of sea creatures. This is my most precious possession. And I'm entrusting it to you. You can't ever lose it, okay? I won't. Be right back. A moment later, Anchor ascends to the top of the Admiral and takes 5 quick steps forward and leans over the railing. Splash. Oh. Alright, wait, okay, and this is the last one. So, we're doing a memory jog. But yeah, I didn't think Anchor had her memories, like, gameplay release. That's interesting. But I guess now we're going to be finding out more with the existence of Defied. She's not coming up. I am sure she's okay. Let's wait a bit more. I'm starting to feel nervous. Yeah. Her taking longer than usual isn't necessarily a bad thing. Hey, normally she would be back up in a few seconds. Though there must be a reason why she's taking her time. Does that mean she succeeded in recovering her memory? That's what I'm assuming, yes. As for whatever the memory is positive or negative, one remains to be seen. Either way, I'm sure these long forgotten memories come flooding back in a major shock to her. It's up to Anchor if she can overcome it. Let's give her 3 more minutes. And in case you were thinking of jumping in after her, don't. Anchor was designed to operate underwater. You were not. For you, the pool will end up becoming your grave. Blur, 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 blur. I could still feel it. The sting of the water against my skin. As I collide with the surface of the pool. The pain isn't significant enough that it affects my movement, however. I should head back to get some air. Are you sure you want to keep going? Your legs aren't so good, and you can't even see. How can you possibly swim in this state? It's okay, Mom. Blind people usually have enhanced senses. It's like echolation or radar. Huh? What is this memory? I remember things I didn't even experience. Is this a hallucination or... Whenever I am in the water, I forget that I have a disability. I feel more alive underwater than above ground, bound to a wheelchair. Oh, what the Benji? No! Oh, that's so sad. Oh. Mom, what's wrong? My dear, the doctor said... What? What did he say? I see now. I always enjoyed the water. My dream was to be a part of a Navy rescue team. Oh, that's so cool! There's no ocean in the Ark, but there's a great big swimming pool that felt as big as the sea. That's why I haven't been able to retain so much childish fantasies. Even if I can't see or walk, I will enarbor with the world underwater where I could swim. I was jealous of the creature that could swim through it more freely than I. That's why I am so fascinated by the water and creatures in it, especially starfish. 1 more minute. I've already requested a rescue team. Mass and Hell will be here any minute. By the time they get here, Anchor will. You jump in after her then. Like I told you, you'll be sending yourself to a watery grave. The built-in radar I've got emits a beep anytime someone is drowning. That way I can rush over and save them. No, I can't save her. I hurry over to the shallow end of the pool. Wait! What are you going to do? 1 minute. No, 30 seconds left. That's enough time. What? Slash. Huh? Whenever someone is drowning, my radar goes off. It's so loud. But why? I'm no longer human. I love the swimming. I wanted to be part of the Navy rescue team. I was so full of passion then. So human. I understand it now. When saving the others, it doesn't matter if your heart is made of. Even though I have the mechanical body, I am Anchor. While submerged underwater, Anchor begins to speak. Captain, grab my hand. I want to save you. Because that's who I am. That's my way of life. I grab Anchor's hand. Aww. Ugh. Also, Commander, you cut. Okay, that was a little extreme, but you know what? That's the Commander. Commander likes being extreme. Ugh. Anyway, moving on. Pun! Where in the world are Helmet Mast? Here we are! Hang in there, you two! As soon as Helmet Mast arrive, they immediately jump into the water and pull Anchor and me to shore. Captain, are you okay? Forget about me. Are you okay? Instead of answering me, Anchor envelops me in the tight embrace. Captain, I think I understand now. My heart may not beat, but I still adore starfish. My body may be mechanical, but I still want to save people. I have to keep on living. About time. I knew you were human all along. Aww. Now that you realize your purpose in life, I suppose you won't be needing these sea creatures anymore. No, you're wrong about that, boss. My love for marine life is what makes me me. I still need them. Anchor, I've already told you that granting that request is impossible. I'm one of the big three, and so long as the Management Bureau is part of the central government. Ingrid, I don't mean to intrude, but maybe I can take it from here. Huh? What do you mean? There is something I need to tell you both. Huh? Ever since we got the warning from the Wildlife Agency, I've visited just about every government department there is. Aside from entrusting you with persuading Anchor, I also felt that I needed to do something. Of course, I was mostly met with indifference, but one of those places was different from the rest. Where was that? The Merchant Union. They must have seen some way they could benefit from this whole situation. So they said they take care of the lobbying for a control bureau. They want to buy the rights to Anchor's character's license along with the admirer, all the starfish, and everything else. Wow. I can't scarcely believe it myself. So Anchor, you don't have to run around, worrying that they'll take your sea creatures away. Huh? Even though it seems you can get by without them now, I can see that you're still fond of them, yes? Yes, of course. That's good news. We glance at the inside of the box to see the creatures wriggling around. From now on, there are no longer the version in which you are attached. but the reminder of your resurrection as a testament of you being alive. My resurrection. From now on, whenever I'm feeling down and I start to doubt whether I'm alive or not, I'll look at those creatures and remind myself at this moment. The meaning of life has nothing to do with your physical body, but rather the thing you do and the people you surround yourself with. You're part of that now as well, Captain. You jumped into the water to save me. For you, even if my heart doesn't beat, it will beat loud and clear for you in my mind. I smile with Anchor out of gratitude. Aww, that was so wholesome. I like that. We like that for Anchor. We like that. Alright, but we're gonna check out the last thing real quick. We're gonna be checking out her. We're gonna be checking out her her voice lines too, because that's what we normally do. But I really like that. I like Anchor's thing. I like how we made her basically give her her meaning in life, and that's so sweet. But anyway, let's take a look at the final thing with Miss Anchor. Hey, now I think our voice lines stay the same when we do these two, so we should be fine either way. So no, they do not. Never mind. No, they do not. Okay, so we will do this one. So yeah, no, stay in that. Anyway, we're gonna check out her voice lines with this. So let's go.
Captain, could you help me wring the water out?
Aww.
Do you know the human body is made up mostly of water? A little bit of trivia for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Don't tell Helm that I went swimming.
Wait, why would Helm care? Why? Oh, because of the sea creatures. Gotcha. Alright, what about this?
I'll be fishing while you're away. I usually catch a lot fairly quickly, so don't be too long.
Alright. You have one?
Is it a starfish? It must be! Oh, nuts. It's not.
Disappointment! I love that.
Can I use this as bait?
Wait, why would you? Never mind.
Oop, probe launched. Not showing any sea cucumbers. How unfortunate.
Wait, what? Okay. What about this one? Alright, and then we got her wild level.
Spending a day fishing with you would be awesome, Captain.
Aww.
You're so cool, Captain. You're as cool as like 100 sea cucumbers.
Aww, and then the final one.
How do you feel when you see me, Captain? I feel this electricity every time we meet.
Aww, that's so sweet. I like that. Okay, that was very sweet. And I like that bond story. And I hope you all did too. I'm glad I did this. This was very nice. It was very wholesome. I like how we helped Anchor in discovering her things. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And if you enjoyed it too, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and leave a comment for more. And again, this was streamed live at pun_knee on twitch.com. I stream Wednesday through Saturdays. My schedule are posted on Twitter, Blue Skies, and the YouTube community tab. Check those if you want to know when I go live or when I go live. I also post memes on the thing. I do try to post memes when I can. I technically make some memes and I post them on Twitters. So yeah, follow me there if you're interested in that too. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I know I did. That was a lot of fun. I'll see you later. Peace. Or pun.